Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our soul messages. This is our check-in video for the month. So I'm just allowing you to tune in to see which card is related to your soul journey and where you're at in your path. My name is Ashley. I am an organic reader, so that means I don't pause the video. You're going to see me change everything out. You're going to see the process. So I do timestamp below if you want to skip ahead and just jump into your messages. So if you need a bit more time to tune into which card is yours for your soul journey check-in, feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, let's get started here with the first group. So I'll just move these aside for when we need them. Okay. So group number one, we were drawn to this card. I'll just put that aside right there for now. We'll look at it, but first let's get our charms, and then we'll get additional cards with those charms for the messages about our soul journey check-in. Just letting them discard quite a bit. I guess I grabbed too many charms. So we're going to do these check-ins monthly. It's good to just recalibrate, get a sense of where we're at, sort of the impact of the month that we just went through all together. The decisions of our own, the decisions of others. How does that adjust and change our soul path? Oh, I feel more movement up here, so just waiting. Oh, that was to get something out of the way. There we go. Okay. All right, so big change ahead. All right, so let's get our cards here for you, and then we'll start the reading. I'm not sure why I'm clearing my throat so much here this morning. That was an interesting way to turn the card. Okay, let's see here. See, how do they want the cards today? Looks like we might be doing one per group of charms here. That's okay. They fall how they're supposed to. All right. Starting with the card you were drawn to, our soul journeyers number one, group number one. Beautiful Queen of Pentacles here. Definitely seeing you more at home. She's kind of resting here on her beautiful throne, surrounded by the things that she loves, and she's reflecting. So I wonder if you're entering a point of reflection in your soul journey. Maybe you've conquered a major milestone, and I say that because she's holding her pentacle, right? That's a large achievement that she's reflecting on. Maybe you've put in a lot of work, so now you need a moment of repose here, a moment of rest. Opportunity of rest in your soul journey. We don't always have to be working all the time, right? I guess pulling back doesn't help. Just trying to get more room. Okay. Let's see here. Oops. Let's see here. What card do they want to start? I think I'm going to start here at the big change. I was drawn to it doing the charms. I'm drawn to it again. So on big change here, we have my cutting of cords. You're proactively making change. Your decisions are leading to the change. Cutting out habits. You could be making changes just to your lifestyle, changes to your social network. But you're driving this big change as part of your soul path here. your decisions are initiating the change here. And then we've got the scissors with the sword. So again, more cutting of the cords here, but with the beautiful page, I see you, again, see how he's taking a pause and looking back. Before he takes that step forward, he's taking a rest and he's looking back. He knows what he needs to do, but I don't know why the angels are calling you to take a pause and look back. Take a pause and reflect. Maybe because you've been making all these decisions, sometimes we get excited and we run with all the changes and we want change after change after change. An encouragement to pause and reflect back on these changes. Maybe you haven't taken the time to, acknowledge all the work and the effort you've been putting in, right? She's looking at her pentacle. The page is looking back at her. So maybe you're not taking the moment to congratulate yourself, right? We need to take a moment of rest to acknowledge what we've been doing, the changes we've been doing. For some reason, oops, I'm coming across here as I move the charms. We have my searcher dog, and it's on where to seek help. So we have a pointer dog. So this is my charm of seeking help. So seeking help on top of seeking help, but he's clearly marking, right? He's locked in solid. He's pointing at what he's found, and what he was pointing at is you're influencing this. So where to seek help? Know that you're influencing this. Sort of sense of I don't know where to look. Maybe that's why you're pausing and reflecting, actually. But there's this commitment. And they're making you look at this commitment. So where to look for help? This kind of commitment would be a relationship, family, a best friend. It's also a recurring habit or behavior. So if your recurring habit or behavior is to not ask for help, then please do. But I feel like this is more, where you can ask for help, but you're influencing your delay here. You're not engaging this existing commitment. But they want you to look there. They want you to address that. I'm just pausing because they're bringing me back up to your card here. So I don't know if in your soul path you're at a point where you've asked for a lot of help and you want to stop asking for help, but your soul's letting you know it's okay to keep asking with this commitment here. It's okay to keep asking this person or this relationship, this place, for the ongoing support and help as you need it. It's okay to keep asking for help. Oh, look at you working away here. You're toiling away by yourself here. So again, this ask for help. Pulling me back up to this card again. I don't know if it's because Pentacles and Pentacles, but this commitment. I don't know if this Queen of Pentacles, when you look at it, it makes you feel or think of someone. I just get the sense that in your soul path here, I feel like you're refusing to ask for help, or you don't want to keep asking for help. You don't want to ask for more help, but your soul is letting you know, keep asking for help from this commitment specifically, this relationship specifically, this scenario specifically, because you will get the help you need, and it's the right help you need. It's sometimes help just means support, right? So this energy of don't go it alone right now. Maybe that's why there's a lot of pause and look back, to this person, this commitment, and make sure they're still supporting you and helping you. Maybe there's some transparency that needs to be had, because transparency in like how you're feeling, because I keep wanting to clear my throat with you guys. A reminder you need to hear. So this charm, my 3D prism charm, It's about sort of the possibilities. So it's not necessarily a fork in the road because there's multiple paths. Each path leads to another opportunity, but the opportunities are all connected. So these are, opportunities that won't pass you by. It just depends on what route you want to take there. And again, we're getting the path message here. So you're at a point, right? You're in the middle here. So kind of take a pause before you head out on one of these next kind of journeys to your next opportunity. And it's a reminder you need to hear. So I don't know if you're maybe someone that has really strong work ethic, willpower, you're very driven. Maybe you're someone who can't stand still, right? He can't stand still. He's trying to, but he's already wanting to swing his foot forward here. So maybe you just have that high energy. You're just a very driven, engaged individual. So they're pairing the opportunities here. You're kind of at a point of making that next decision, but they're sitting again. They're encouraging you. Right now we're going from the page to sitting. So maybe this next step, this next big change that you're going to influence, that you're going to decide and create, there's a moment of hesitancy here from your soul energy. They want you to pause and truly think about this. Maybe you're about to make a spontaneous action this month, or maybe you made like a matter of fact decision that they want you to reassess here. Maybe the ask for help is like some advice before you head out to one of these far corners, right, on your next journey here, next part of your soul path journey. Okay. So then we have 3 interconnected tiles here. So we have an unresolved situation. We have a message coming in from a special person from the other side, kind of coming in here on your soul journey message with your soul energy and how you truly feel about it. So I don't know if you're not being honest to yourself. Maybe that's the unresolved situation, right? We need to be honest with ourselves. But there's what goes around comes around, and child, my artist palette here. So childlike energy, joy, happiness. So maybe there's something from your past, a relationship, just history, feelings, because it's how you truly feel. So it's just probably not necessarily unresolved situation, but could be unresolved trauma, just history that you haven't talked through with anyone in order to move forward. So maybe that's the pause here. Maybe this will come to influence if you don't work through, if you don't acknowledge your feelings as it relates to this situation. But it's coming from a special loved one here, so that you got a loved one's soul energy here. Like I said, coming in with your soul energies that want you to focus in on this space. Now that I see where the head's pointing down here, the sort of the karma, what we put out is what we attract back in. So if you keep putting out positive energy, if you put out the willingness to address and work through this, then you'll be able to, right, with your intent here, how you feel. Wow, swords and pentacles. So a lot of endings. We started out with the cutting of the cord. So we have a lot of resolution, a lot of decisions, a lot of endings that you've triggered here. And you just kind of want to focus in. You're focusing in on what you're doing. You're focusing in on what you're doing. You're focusing in on what you're doing. I don't know if maybe you're isolating yourself a little bit with the feelings here. But she's also reaching out, your loved one here. It's good that you're steadfast, right? You seem pretty resolute. I know what I'm doing next. As a page, you're wondering why I haven't started moving forward yet. But then you have this beautiful Queen of Swords saying, whoa, come back, page. It's not time to go out yet, right? She's calling him back. Whoa, come back. We still need to talk. We still need to work through this. So there's definitely a strong energy here to just pause. Pause. There's a, I don't know. I don't know if this is just an emotional situation that you just haven't fully dealt with. For example, it could just be, uh, someone caused you to have a bad day, and those kind of lingering feelings regarding that situation is kind of sitting with you, and they kind of want you to, again, pause, breathe, make sure you're putting out the positive energy to attract it back, and happiness and joy here, right? How do you really feel about this? There's definitely history here. So again, they're pulling back to childhood, this special person, this loved one. So they must have known you, um, when you were younger, kind of going through everything. So I don't know if there's something from when you were a teen. Maybe it's something between, um, kind of within the family or within the homestead. There's a lot of home here with with all the thrones here. A lot of kind of staying in the home space, staying in that area. So it seems like for your check-in, they love that you're driven and focused, but they want you to pause. Don't step out yet. Don't head out on yet another big change. They want you to come back and resolve this and ask for help. But I feel like these are really two. I feel like this is kind of your internal kind of work for the month, so that you're prepared before you go out. You're in the right emotional stability space. And then over here with the toiling away and the working hard, it's okay that you kind of have a confidant, a key supporter, and it's okay to keep them in the loop and let them know, I'm still working at it. I'm not paying you back. I'm still working on it, right? So I think this individual um, is going to be like your cheerleader, right? Your number one cheerleader. All right, so let's see where you guys are at next month in your path. Let's see if you took a pause and did some internal reflection, and just kind of acknowledged all the effort and all the achievement and all the progress you have made to this point before you set out anew, right? You're allowed to take a moment of rest, especially if you've been toiling away, right? That could have been 7 years, 10 years. That the length of period changes for everyone, depending on what sign you're born under. Okay. Just changing here to group number 2. All right. So welcome everybody who was drawn to card number 2. Just gonna slide that aside for now and get our charms first. Okay, so we're just gonna see where you're at in your soul journey. Lots of movement over here. Okay. For the month, and good to just kind of check in, see what we need to be aware of in the month ahead as we continue along our soul journey. Some more charms want to come out here, it seems like. Moving lots out of the way. Okay. So just give me a moment to feel what they've discarded here and what they want to keep. Okay. Okay. Looks like your soul path check-in definitely has something to do with a health situation in the family or a family member. Nope, I wanted that back. Okay. So a change here in family. Health. Health. Okay. A lot of these are just upside down, so I can tell they don't want them. Yeah, okay. This is staying, this is staying. Okay, I guess I had way too many of my fingers. Okay, there we go. So let's get your cards to go along with that. Additional messaging, and then we'll go ahead and jump right in. Okay, let's see. What are the additional messages here? Okay. And now I'll just tune in, see where we're starting. All right, so let's dive into the primary card. So where are all of you at in your soul path right now? There's like this waiting, a waiting period. Events are out of your control at this point. So what that means is in order for your soul journey to continue forward here, there's this external kind of factor here that has you in a sitting position, that has you in a waiting position, right? Everything needs to line up in order to move forward here. So let's see why you're sitting and waiting. What are you waiting for? Maybe it's this family health concern, family health matter down here. I don't feel like I'm going there yet. I feel like I'm starting over here with this loved one that's come in. A loved one snuck in group one as well. They're coming in with their support banner. This is made with love. So it's, nothing but love coming down from those above. Let's see what interesting, very similar energy, right? Sort of the acknowledgement that you're, I don't want to say stuck. You're not stuck. You are required to wait at this time. We're waiting on someone else. You're ready to go, but, we need the person to come and, take off the blindfold or loosen the things a little bit more, or just kind of guide you and walk you through the door here. But there's a waiting. So maybe there's a specific connection that's coming in. Maybe that's why you're waiting to cross paths with this connection. So you're kind of already at that meeting point. Maybe you arrived a little earlier than planned in the soul paths, right? Before you guys both came down, you agreed when you would meet and how you would meet and when. So I think your loved ones here are trying to give you some encouragement of, we know you're waiting, and the soul energies and angel energies are forcing you to sit and wait for this. X marks the spot, right? So you're at a key point here. You're purposely waiting. You are purposefully paused here in your soul journey. So we have you're influencing this. And they have my firework charm. This is all about celebration. It is a bow tie. I always see it as like a firework going off, right? Exploding in the sky and sparkling, and party favors. There's a lot of movement and energy and positivity. So I think this is you. I think you're purposefully forcing yourself to have a more positive outlook. Maybe you're someone like myself. You're into adopting affirmations into your life, and every day is just kind of a new day. You're kind of hitting the restart, but there's like a beautiful celebration here about them from your soul journey, saying you're influencing this. You're kind of influencing this pause, but you're also influencing the greatness that's coming after the pause. Look at you, the beautiful star. I always see stars as like wishes coming true. And look at your power of manifestation. Look at this huge wish come true, right? No wonder you're sitting and waiting. Yeah, you're just tending to your ponds and your rivers here, kind of Mother Nature. You're just tending to things, right? You're tending to things, but you're not really moving forward, and that's okay. because you're waiting for this you're at this wish milestone, right? So you're sitting on your X marks the spot, and you're not going to move forward from this in your soul journey to these next wishes, these next opportunities, and these next milestones in your soul journey until this happens. I also love how the stars are very much illustrated the way I see this charm, right? I was saying it's like the pow, pow, like in graphic novels, superhero novels, when they do like the pam, pow, bang, they do that's how I always see this. So keep influencing this. You're in the right positive mindset. You're right to stay positive and calm as you're stuck in this waiting position, because you know you're attracting something to you, a person or an opportunity. There's something meant for you right now at this time. So, that gets me excited for August. I don't know if that gets you excited for the month ahead. Gets me excited for the month ahead. Okay, so let's head into this middle kind of story here. So there's a change to the plan. Maybe that's why you're sitting here. So we have the compass, right? So maybe the change to the plan is you arrived at this point a little bit earlier than you were supposed to, maybe because of all this positive approach to life that you have here. So you kind of sped up your journey a little bit. So slight changes to plans, but don't worry, our angels are working with us here. And something's weighing on the heart here, something that is long-term, something you've been thinking about, wishing for a long time. That's how I see this weighing on the heart, this wish. I keep saying wish come true. So again, this is either that dream job, this could be a soulmate, this could be your dream house, this could be any type of goal that you've had for a really long time, the promotion you wanted. Your soul energy is forcing you to sit and wait, even though this has been something you've been pining for and wanting for a long time, because look what they're bringing in for you. Look at this gift, beautiful little teddy bear. We give gifts of teddy bears when a new child arrives, when someone's in recovery, right? Just as a gift, something to make someone smile and feel warm and joy and hug and cuddly. This is as close as angels and your soul energy can get to giving you a gift here for your patience and resiliency. This is like a sunflower, so patience, resiliency to keep growing strong, which you did, and now your patience to kind of wait here. But there's positivity coming in. Let's see. Oh, well, look at that. So for those of you waiting for your soulmate, here it comes. For those of you waiting for that job opportunity, here it comes. For those of you wanting the new house, here's the home, the realtor, right, welcoming you to your home. You've got it. So there's a major, no wonder you're sitting and waiting. You're at a major intersection here in your soul journey. So, August onwards, let's see where you go from here. Let's see, once you this milestone happens, let's see where you go, because we have a change to plans, right? You arrived earlier than planned. So now this person has to come in earlier. Your house is available earlier. You're going to be promoted earlier. So how you've accelerated your soul journey here. You're going to speed up into these other achievements and wishes earlier on in your soul plan. That's pretty nice, being able to speed up a soul plan. Okay, so I'm purposely leaving this long pile here, or this larger pile, because this seems like the key message, because they've acknowledged that they know you're kind of waiting, things are out of your control, but I'm going to keep waking up every day, living life happy. I'm going to keep positive mindset. I'm going to attract good things to me. And this opportunity, this person's not going to pass me by. They're coming. The plan, you influence the plan changing just a touch here. So coming into this secondary message here in terms of your soul journey, they're putting a star, so another star, on addiction. So this is just a habit. And this is a habit. This is my starfish. So this is all dimensions of you. So this habit isn't serving you well. It's affecting one of the dimensions of your life, or it could be affecting all of the dimensions of your life. Maybe your habit slows you down. Or maybe your habit is like obsessiveness. Maybe you're always at the gym. Well, that makes you unavailable, right? So kind of look into some kind of known behavior, a repetitive behavior. Sometimes it's a decision, right? We keep making the same negative decision. We eat something we know we're not supposed to. We see someone we know we're not supposed to, that we don't really want to. So they're just putting a light on that. So especially since you've been doing all this positive work, make sure you kind of cut out this last little thing here. So I purposely left my black leaf on top of the family tree charm here, because the leaf, my black leaf, I have a few leaves, but this one means significant change, like a 180, a fresh start, new chapter, next chapter. Well, we see that, right? You're at your X marks the spot, so we know there's a next chapter coming here, related to your home, related to your lifestyle, related to your family. So if this is a soulmate, for those of you that resonate to soulmate, obviously that's going to be a complete change to family and lifestyle. If this is a job promotion, change to lifestyle, new start. This is a new house, new start, right? So you have this new start that is going to impact family and lifestyle, home, sort of your world, right? Now we have the cutting the cord is focused on health. This new start is going to be positive health. I think this cutting is your addiction. So like I said, it's slowing you down. I really just see like lethargy, right? You're not, I don't feel ill. I don't feel sad. I just feel, content, but I'm not really having energy swings here. I'm not getting overly excited. I'm not getting overly happy. I'm okay, but I just feel like this addiction just kind of slows you down or holds you in place. Maybe that's what they're showing me. So if you cut it, you will feel just healthier, because you'll have all the energy you want, sort of movement, momentum. Okay, so then we have a family matter. We have X marks the spot. Angels are here to say yes, and we're supporting you. And then we see movement towards health. So some positive health. So I don't know if someone in your family is going to overcome. So yes, if you've been asking that, yes, the health of your family unit is going to get better with things cutting out with this new change. But this is also my fireman charm. I did say X marks the spot, because we have it up here. Now we have it here. So X marks the spot on family. But it's also fire, aggression. So I don't know if you're going through a little bout of sort of some family drama that will work out. The angels are saying, yes, it's all going to work out, because you're returning to good health here. Positive green, positive health. So if you are dealing with a family member matter, it's going to get resolved, and we're going to have nice positive health here, kind of a change. And if this is a family drama situation, when it resolves, it'll probably feel like a whole new start, a fresh change, kind of a reset as well. Oh, look at the significant change we have here. Look at the peace, bringing in the peaceful flower here. I also always see white flowers as, the angels or loved ones. So here comes incoming peace. The family's down here. Everybody's kind of resting and ready to rest, and kind of welcome this in. So, and also the sort of the black of our soldier here, connecting back for me to our leaf here, right? The death card, significant change coming ahead in the family unit, in the home base. Look at the sun rising. What a beautiful space that you guys are all heading off to here. I love that you are content and positively dealing with this sit and wait pause, because you have to wait for this moment to happen, and the angels are bringing it in, right? Because you changed the plan, you influenced this, so you sped it up on the angels. So they're giving you a little gift to say thanks for your patience. We're bringing them in sooner. But here comes your big change, and it's all leading to positive health. So yes, if there's a family matter on your mind, it's going to resolve and get better. If it's your household, your lifestyle, it's going to get better. Everything seems to be clearing up except for this little bad habit, this one little issue over here that I think you'll have no problem. You have the willpower to just cut that out, whatever that is. So that's fantastic. What a great reading for you all. You're about to head out on sort of this next, I guess, period, chapter, sort of this milestone. Yeah, I guess period, chapter is the right sort of the next part of your soul path here. Kind of beginning for you all. Okay, thank you for joining. I'm going to just switch up here now to group number 3. So if you're also drawn to that card, feel free to hang in here and stay with me. Otherwise, I will see you at our next soul journey check-in. Okay, let's just get this clean and tidy quickly. Okay. So welcome everybody to your third card here. You were drawn to card number 3 for your soul journey check-in. Just putting it aside as we get your charm. So I'm just going to see what's the key messages for you now this month related to your soul path. Where are you currently at? Ooh, I guess I've got some movement here. What's going on as you head into August here with their soul journeys. Okay, I'm just going to go back to this side, see if there's anything. I think up here, something up here. Maybe it's on focus. Emotion, something with emotions. Yeah, I still feel movement. My baby finger here is twitching, so I think they're trying to get something out. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tune in, make sure everything's in the quadrants where they want to be. Nope, we're going to leave that like that. Okay. Now we'll get the cards to go with the charms. Additional messaging, more elaboration, always helpful. Weird way of them displaying for me here. Oh, there it is. And this one. Okay. So they feel like they're on the right area. Okay. Starting with the card you're drawn to. So the common card for everybody in the soul journey. Check in. I'm not really liking that they're drawing me out to sort of this. He's looking out over the water here, but I'm seeing it more as like desert, kind of more barren. Like he's kind of at the edge here of his I want to say wealth, but it's like it means wealth to me, but it's like foliage here, right? Like the greenery, and then he's got this bit of obscurity here in front of him. You know, he's carrying what he needs. I don't know if that's where you're at in your soul journey right now. I don't know if you're either concerned about finances or you have this outlook and you just don't know how am I going to get there? How can I achieve it if I only have this much? There's something about sort of the way he's thinking. I keep thinking about how much I have, how much I don't have, how much I have, how much I don't have, as I stare out here to this world I want to be part of. So I don't know if I mean, this could be as simple as you've been dreaming of a grand vacation for quite a while, and you still feel like you still don't have everything together that you need in order to go on that trip, to kind of take that next step. Maybe that's where they're trying to get me to as I kind of babble and ramble. It's sort of the commonality is, do I have what it takes? Do I have what I need for this next step? And what is it, right? Because it's, like I said, sort of I'm not seeing water, I'm seeing more desert, more blank landscape, right? Opportunity for you to create what you want, or it feels like the unknown to you right now. I wonder why you think you don't have everything you need. Okay. Let's start up here. So we have, this was meant to happen for you, and there's a next step. Now, I was just saying how you're kind of pausing, you're wondering, am I supposed to go out there? What's out there? So the next step, this was meant to happen, and we have transformation. My beautiful butterfly here. So what's meant to happen for you in your soul journey at this juncture, so August onwards, is for you to see some transformation in your life. It could be you, or it could be something within your lifestyle here. Yeah, now I'm getting that fear again, that hesitancy, right? Same energy. There's this, I don't know if I have what I need to step out here. I don't know. I wonder if this transformation is belief, going from self-doubt to belief. This was meant to happen. You were meant to have a moment happen, have an experience happen, so that you release self-doubt and pull in your self-confidence, right? All he needs is confidence to take the step forward. All she needs is trust in self and confidence to take a step forward. So maybe that's what you're lacking right now, your soul lesson, right? All of us have a soul lesson, or multiple, and maybe you're at that part right now in your soul journey of learning this lesson of self-doubt is not going to serve you, right? We need confidence, bravery, belief in self, trust in self, courage, understanding. I'm going to come here. I feel like, this middle is all kind of connected here in a similar message for you. So we have an unresolved situation or a need to talk, and it's affecting your health, and your soul's coming in on the soul reading as your wise turtle here with your Akashic records on your back. So this is your past experiences, accumulation. So maybe you're someone who feels like you have the same people, the same situations over and over and over. Maybe that's why there's self-doubt and fear to go into this unknown again, you know. But there's this beautiful message of, resolving how you feel, right, with the health. So resolving how you feel, changing how you react, changing your decision to break the cycles will resolve this and make you feel better and give you that self-confidence. Maybe it's bravery to just walk away. Maybe that's the next step, is just to walk away, because neither of them are walking, right? And it's ending on this with luck is on your side. And the lightning bolt, if you saw, was pointing to, kind of acts like a finger sometimes. It was pointing to this situation. So you have luck on your side in terms of you overcoming, whether it's just you emotionally dealing with this trauma, you emotionally working through how you feel, respond, how you're going to let go of these past situations that have you kind of sitting a little bit hesitantly, because you do have luck on your side and happiness is around the corner if you step out, right? If you embrace this transformation, this change for what it is. But I think it's self-transformation. Oh, look how you change. You go from that place of hesitancy to a place of receiving. His cup is sitting there ready to be filled, He's ready to receive visitors. He's ready to receive opportunities. So there's the luck on your side. So I do think this is just emotional work mostly. Mind over matter, right? It's so easy for any of us and all of us to fall into these places of self-doubt and all the feelings that go with that, right? To be triggered by envy, jealousy, who knows, right? But I feel like with the turtles are moving, this movement, this positive health, and luck is on your side to kind of transform from this unknowing, I'm unsure, maybe not unknowing, but unsure, to fully assured and attracting into you, attracting positivity and everything into you. I'm going to come down here. So we have a not yet in terms of you achieving internal balance. So I think that's this emotional work. Again, they're acknowledging that currently in your soul path, you're working through something. So this immediate sense of, okay, I have perfect balance. I'm fully confident. Not yet. It's going to be a work in progress, but you're going to get there. You're going to love yourself. You're going to love who you are. And that's going to exude in how you act and the decisions you make. The message from your soul, as we talk about soul journeys, is here's my power manifestation. And I was talking about how you're attracting to you here. If you can move out of this emotional or mindset state and embrace the positive change that you're going through, you're not making incorrect decisions for yourself. And you're going to ignite your power to manifest here. And look at all these beautiful opportunities that are yet to come across your path again, right? If you're thinking in the space of, I don't know if I have everything I need, wealth, connections, whatever it is, here it all comes into you here. Your soul is reminding you that what's meant for you is not going to pass you by. You're going to manifest it into your life here. In terms of how you truly feel about a person here, it looks like we have one relationship ending and a new one beginning. And I am saying relationship specifically because it's how you truly feel and it's a new person. So how you truly feel is you truly feel like you want to close off this one relationship and bring in this new contact, which is perfectly fine. If that's what brings you balance, I think I mentioned it here. I think here, what brings you health might be walking away, having the courage, the belief in yourself that you can just walk away and cut that connection. But there's closure here. So once you achieve the closure, you're going to start attracting in, balance of self. You're going to be manifesting. You're going to bringing in new people. Remember when this card came over, I said it looked like you were waiting for visitors. Yeah, look at you kind of bundling up here and putting away all this, right? You put in the work. You're getting your balance. You're kind of doing the yard cleaning here, but it's all internal work. You're doing all the internal cleaning. So maybe you're going through some kind of counseling, or maybe you've thought about and now you're starting to go through counseling. There's a lot of great free resources out there, or at least some free initial consultations. There's also a lot of communities. Whatever you're doing or whatever you decide to do as part of your transformation, or like the picking up and walking away, again, there's a lot of just walking away. So I've said that multiple times. Maybe that's the answer for you if you're someone that's been kind of wondering, well, what do I do, right? How do I get out of this space? Well, it's pick up and walk away. Take what serves you, right? Come back to your wands, what you need to move forward into your next chapter, and leave everything else behind, and that's okay. We don't need to bring every person, every connection, every experience we've lived forward with us. So a matter is weighing on your heart. You know, my little fairy here, she's kind of looking down. This is self-doubt again. A sense of, I don't know where to look or go next, which is sort of the first two cards here. So we're coming back around full circle. That this is really what's the main thing on your mind. It's on your mind. It's on your heart. This, I don't know. I don't know. That's all I keep saying. I don't know. So emotions interfering. Again, the I don't know. The reminder you need to hear. We've got two. So my necktie, this is you not speaking up. This is your throat chakra being cut off. That means you're not speaking your truth. Maybe you're not being honest to yourself, or you're just not speaking up for what you need, right? So that's why it's kind of weighing on you. You know, I want and need this, but we're not speaking up. So the reminder is you always need to voice what will make you happy, what you need. And if you need to move on, then that's what it is. And then the last charm we're ending off here on is my beautiful elephant. You know, look at her walking forward with confidence. Really looks like this card here, our king, walking forward with confidence, beautifully adorned with everything that she wants to bring forward with her, right? So everything that makes her feel happy and joyful and confident and proud. She's not going to bring anything else with her. So the reminder really here is this is who you are. Maybe you've lost yourself. Maybe that's what's weighing on you. Maybe you feel like you've lost self-identity or self-purpose, but you haven't. You know what your soul purpose is. You know who you are. And get out there. Get out there. Stop allowing your emotions and your headspace to hold you back. Whoa, look at the movement. Wow. As soon as you tap into your center of self-confidence, tap into your center and release all this doubt, all this lack of trust in yourself, release these people or environments that are holding you back. And look how full steam ahead you head off here on your soul journey. Just like this, major shift, major change. You know, we're going from kind of peasantry imagery here to royalty, you know, or the top of the top, right? So unfortunately, I feel like the message is you're kind of getting in your own way right now of you moving forward on your soul journey here. You're influencing the delay here in this happiness, the luck, the good health, the manifesting of opportunities, you know, these new people, these the balance. All of this is waiting on you to take the next step here, which is to embrace this transformation. It was meant to happen. You were meant to experience self-doubt in this lifetime. You were meant to conquer self-doubt in this lifetime. You know, I'd be interested to see who you are in one of my past life readings. I'm sure you come out. I'm sure you can recognize yourself and see yourself. You know, conquer this soul lesson this lifetime. Don't bring it forward to your next lifetimes. So build up your self-esteem in August. Build up your self-confidence. And you do that through voicing what you need, through talking to others, through talking with yourself, right? Self-reflection. But it all has to be focused on change and moving forward, right? Walk forward, walk forward, walk forward. Everything is telling you to walk forward. So August, you know, believe in yourself, trust in yourself, group number 3, and head forward. You've got beautiful life, beautiful opportunities, beautiful people all waiting for you here. Try not to hold yourself back any longer. You know, I'm not expecting you to just tomorrow do it, but you know, September, October, let's be ready to walk forward. So check in with you all next month for our soul journey check-ins, and let's see what progress you've made here.